Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a registered legal document assistant, and I am an IEP advocate. So let's talk about your very first IEP meeting, especially if you're a single parent. The odds are that if this is not your first IEP meeting, you're used to going alone. Most IEP meetings only have one parent there. But if this is your first meeting, or maybe it's not your first meeting, but there's some tension, some disagreement, and you're by yourself, it can be very, very intimidating. So whether you're a single parent or you're just going there by yourself, whether it's your first meeting or your 15th meeting, let's talk about how you cannot feel overwhelmed, how you can prepare and handle yourself as a professional so that the staff, the rest of the people around the IEP table respect you and they do not discount you. Do not let them do that. Okay, so it is perfectly normal to feel overwhelmed and outnumbered. There could be many, many people in that room, and then they throw acronyms. They start talking fast. If English is not your first language, it's even more confusing. And you're like, I can't ask any questions right now because I'm going to look dumb. So I'm just going to sit here silently and not say anything because I don't want them to think I'm dumb. Who cares what they think? What I need you to think about right now is that posture helpful for your child? Your job is to advocate for your child. That is your job. So don't worry about what these people think. Teachers don't have their lives together. They don't. Don't worry about what they think. And here's a little clue. No matter how they puff up in posture, they are going to have more respect for you when you're like, wait, I don't understand that. Can you explain that to me? Can you explain that to me? Yeah, that's their job. They need to do that. So 1, ask questions. What does FAPE mean? Is that, I can't find that when I Google it. Oh, it's an acronym? Moving on, can you make sure you explain what these acronyms are? Or maybe provide me with a written list of them so that I'm not lost in the meeting. Thank you. If your child has been identified as having some sort of disability, there's no reflection on you as a parent. You didn't fail your kid. You didn't do something wrong in pregnancy. You didn't pick the wrong partner. You didn't do something wrong when they were small. It just is what it is. You're not a bad parent. No. Please don't put that shame on yourself. There's no shame in that. No. You're the parent that was chosen for them. You're the parent that they need. So, you're going to that IEP meeting showing up for your child. Whether you're married or not, you're showing up for your child. That's exactly what they need. That's exactly what they need. What you need to bring is a copy of the current IEP. If this is not your first meeting, you should have a copy of the IEP that's in effect. You should also, and they don't want to give this to you because they ain't prepared. You should have a copy of the draft IEP. Oh, but Mrs. Martinez, it's not ready yet. It's not official yet. Yes, I understand that. That's why we call it draft. Feel free to write draft all over that. I want to be prepared for our meeting. Thank you so much. I need this 2 days ahead of time because I work nights and I need time to read it and be prepared. Otherwise, this is not going to be a productive meeting. I will not be signing until I get a chance to really review this document. You also want a list of concerns. What are your concerns for your child? Where are they not making progress? What do you see at home? I also need you to be really thought out about the areas of strengths. Come with a list of strengths for your child. I once sat in the IEP. I'm sorry if I told the story before. It just makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. The little boy was at the meeting with his mom. He was a 5th grader. And when it got to the part to talk about her son's strength, she couldn't answer. She didn't know any strengths for her child. Now, the rest of us, we love this kid. We could see his leadership potential, all the things he did right. He did some things that weren't right, but he had a lot of strengths and a lot of good things about him. She couldn't list one, and he's sitting there crying. It was awful. It was awful. Come with a list of strengths. I know you have them, even if they're being a little hellion at home the past 2 weeks. Look at them when they're sleeping and they're a sweet little angel, and find some strengths. Remember who they really are. See if somebody can provide you with an agenda or come up with questions that you might have. List some questions of what does this mean, or how many minutes, or who is the service provider, or how do I get extra support? Come with a list of questions. And then these meetings shouldn't last too long. They shouldn't last 3 or 4 hours, but sometimes meetings can go long. If you're in person, the school should offer you water and things like that. It really just depends. But regardless, wherever you're at, you should have water. If you're just at home at your kitchen table, have access to water. Have a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, or maybe an iPad that you can take your notes on. You want to take notes. When someone's talking and things are flying so fast, don't pretend like you're getting everything. When I take notes in a mediation session or in a meeting, I'm taking notes, but then a question pops in my head in the margin. I write a little question, so I will remember to go back to that. So write questions and remember so that you can ask them. And don't be afraid to say, can you slow down? I did not catch that. Please wait, I'm taking notes. I don't care if they're inconvenienced. I don't care. You're there doing your job for your child to make sure that you have the information so that they have the best plan possible that is suited and tailored for them. That's what we're working on. That's what you are doing. So let the team know ahead of time. Email them ahead of time of the things that you're concerned about, what you really want to focus on, what services you really think that your child needs, or what service you're willing to let go of. And they should send you a draft. It shouldn't be a surprise when they say your child no longer needs speech services. That shouldn't be a surprise. You should know ahead of time. And then practice what you're going to say. If you're really nervous, practice in front of a mirror or practice with a friend. Maybe there's a friendly teacher on campus, or maybe somebody from the preschool, somebody that you can practice with to role play with you. Let's say you have no one. Practice in AI. Type it in. Hey, ChatGPT, I have this type of meeting and I'm nervous. Can you be the school and do a role play with me and pretend that way so that I can practice what I need to say? Pretend like you're confident. You don't need to come in arrogant and acting like you know more than you do. You don't need to do that. But put on confidence, just like you would put on a beautiful shirt. Put on confidence, even if you don't feel that way. If you put it on, it will change your behavior. It'll change your body language, and the school will respond to you differently. So put on confidence. And if you're not sure, if the meeting ends and you're not sure, you know what, I'm not ready to sign today because you did not give me a draft or you did not answer all of my questions. So I'm going to take some time and I'm going to think about this and get back to you. They might be like, okay, well, you got to get it back to us in X, Y, Z time. Okay, great. Thank you. And then at that point, you come meet with me and we talk about, okay, do you need a letter? Do we need to ghostwrite a letter for you so that you can send it to the school? Or let's look at the IEP and see what parts are missing. You are not alone. Even if you go to that meeting by yourself, you are not alone. There are lots of advocates, myself included, who are there ready to support you. And we don't mind being behind the scenes and not having anyone know we're there. We will ghostwrite a letter for you, and the school will sit up and take notice. That is what you need. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you be ready for your next IEP meeting. If you have questions, if you want more support, there's a link below where you can schedule time to talk with me, and I would love to chat with you. If this video was useful and you think you might have somebody who could really use it, be a good friend and share it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.